Looks quiet there. Will not be tomorrow when this game begins. How are you, and what's going on down there?
Hi, Paul. Good to see you. I was wondering if you've booped noses with Uga yet in your time in Georgia. I'm about to go see Mike the Tiger after this. Always a big fan of a live mascot. But things are going well. I actually just stepped out of my meetings with Ed Orgeron, and he was surprisingly very upbeat, very positive. He said this is the best week of practice his team has had all season. So they're looking forward to this game tomorrow, and nothing can get a team up more than a rivalry game. He talked about the fact that these two teams absolutely hate each other, and his team is really excited for this one. So it seems like they're staying positive here in Baton Rouge.
Molly, I know you're down there to cover what happens once the kickoff happens, but everyone knows players are, I don't know how to characterize. Some are injured. Some are just simply not playing. And then the furor around Coach O. Are you picking up anything just in talking to him, body language? I know he's pretty emphatic that he's the coach.
Yeah, you know what's interesting, Paul? I've never actually sat down in a production meeting with Ed Orgeron, and I asked everyone around me afterwards, I said, is he normally like that? Because his energy was up here. He was so high energy and so positive, and everyone said, yeah, he's just like that. So we saw a normal Coach O. He was very, measured and I think careful with answering questions about his job security, but he was mostly positive. And I spoke with his players this week. And I spoke with a guy like Damone Clark, who's been calling different team meetings and has been calling the team together. And they want to fight for their coach and they want to fight for each other. And Ed Orgeron even brought his team together on Monday and talked to them about all of the things swirling around this program and how to kind of block out all of the outside noise. So he's approaching it with his team and talking to them about it, but they're staying positive. And he's seeing a lot of fight in this team. And players are telling me they want to fight for Coach O and this coaching staff.
Molly, aside from his situation, the number of significant players, starting with Stingley a couple weeks ago. This week we saw Ricks and Boutte. I mean, it's really it's hard to characterize the importance collectively of these players.
Yeah, it's crazy to see how many injuries that they've sustained. Guys have dropped like flies. You look at guys like Stingley and Eli Ricks, two All-American corners are not going to be playing most likely for the rest of this season. And that's one of the things that the team met about on Monday. And players met and talked to each other and said, let's make sure we're not jumping ship. Okay, those who are here are going to keep fighting and going to keep playing. And they look at this game against Florida last year as kind of a turning point for this program, and they were able to go on and finish the season above 500. And they're looking at this game as another opportunity to turn their season around. And also you look at guys like Boutte. I mean, it's hard to replace a player like him, but they have a lot of young guys who are up for the opportunity, and we'll see how they respond tomorrow. But there's no question this team has been absolutely decimated by injuries, but players are meeting and making sure that they're not jumping ship and that they're still locked in and bought into what they're doing. They still have a lot of games left to play, Paul.
Before you go, what are your plans? I've never asked this of you before. What are your plans with Mike the Tiger?
With Mike the Tiger, I just want to go see what he's up to. I've never met Mike the Tiger before. I love a live mascot. My producer was joking with me that I could go into the cage because he's a domesticated animal. I don't think I'm going to do that, but I think it'll be interesting to see him and maybe draw some parallels to this LSU team, caged animals, a team with their back against the wall. What kind of fight are we going to see out of them tomorrow? And if you think Tiger versus Gator, Paul, who's going to win in a match between those two animals? It's hard to tell, but that's the good thing about this matchup is that you never truly know what's going to happen. You saw what happened in this game last year with, the shoe and LSU winning and defying the odds. I think the lower ranked team has won four out of the last five matchups. So you truly never know what's going to happen in this game.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.